It's 6 a.m. and your alarm is going off. You hit the snooze button, hoping for a few more minutes of sleep before you drag yourself out of bed. This is a morning routine most people are familiar with, but for workers with chronic illness, it can look very different. 5 years ago, I was working on a research assignment at a design school. I was struggling with every single diagnosis that was given to me, including narcolepsy, an immune condition, and a painful connective tissue disorder. Every night, I set 5 alarms. On top of that, 6 more. Turn the volume up and plug my phone in the other side of the room. And every morning, I would sleep through them all. I started every day feeling like I've already ran a marathon and been hit by a truck as I crossed the finish line. This is something from a person who has chronic illness. Myself, as a professional development trainer for the Department of Human Services, the state of Maryland, am too suffering from 2 chronic illnesses. There are times where I just don't feel like it. I just don't feel like it. But I push through until I can't push no more. There are other times where I wish I could literally just crawl under a rock and be there for days due to depression. But I pick my head up and do what I need to do and keep moving forward, because I realize it's not even about me. It's about my daughter. It's about my family, my friends, my coworkers, and the people that we service each and every day in the Department of Human Services. So why I did this particular session, or if you want to call it, is because I think it needs to be more awareness of individuals who don't have the visible disabilities, in a wheelchair, a walker, blind. There are a lot of other illnesses out there that we can't even see, that people are suffering with every day on the workplace, but they fight and they strive to do what they need to do to get the job done. But what are we doing to support them? They are big titles, small titles, it doesn't matter. Chronic illness does not discriminate at all.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the kickoff of More Than a Diagnosis. Do y'all know who that young lady was? Yes, the young lady. That was me. That was me, Shanae Woodson, aka Shanae Shares, and I was actually speaking for the Department of Human Services. I was sharing with some individuals, some employees, my journey with idiopathic intracranial hypertension and the things that I have gone through, just a smidget when I was diagnosed. However, I am not here about myself today. I am here on behalf of so many other people, and I am so excited that I am able to partner with someone who is so dynamic, someone who is also on the same journey that I am, and someone who is also a fighter, a fellow warrior, a fellow IIH warrior, Alicia Robinson. I am about to introduce this wonderful woman, but let me tell you all something. I actually met her. Do y'all realize this? This is a year ago. Last year, I met her and I was so gung ho about getting the word out. And I saw this page, I was following everybody who was doing IIH awareness. And I sat there and said, you know what? Point where she's posting personal pictures. She was doing more than what I was doing. I was just saying, hey, I got IH, hear me roar. All right. However, she was sharing pictures of herself in the hospital, and so happy to have her today. I'm happy to be a part of the Alicia's. Just, she don't want to prolong this. I want to bring her on the screen at this very moment. And here she is. I don't know what's going without cameras, but please join me.
Hey,
All right.
hi Shanae, hi guys.
How are you, honey?
I am
We
great.
having some.
I am
Hello,
beyond
hello, hello.
thrilled
How are you?
to see you all.
First, yes, yes, yes. I am so excited to talk to you. I think we're having a little technical issues. However, we're just going to keep it moving because I don't know about you and what you believe. We're going to keep moving as if nothing is going on. Love you too. We got some shout outs and stuff going on. How I make people aware that I do want to make people aware that this is something that is not new. More people are finding out that it's just something that you get because you're, obese. Because I was lose weight, you have to lose weight, and all those type of things. And it's more than that. It's so much more. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the connection. Hold on. Are we having issues? We're having issues. Let's fix this.
You're good now.
We're good now? Good. Okay. So, as I was stating, we're gonna just bring awareness to idiopathic intern, aka pseudotumor cerebri to you. Share your journey and then come back and then give some shout outs, say hello, congratulations also to some other warriors that are online. Also, love you too, Mary. Okay. We have a lot of other warriors that are watching this as well. So we want to acknowledge them as also that are also going through the whole IH journey with you. So I'm going to give you the floor, Alicia, and let you have your way. I'll say it that way.
Right. Hey guys, I am beyond thrilled to welcome you all to More Than Just a Diagnosis. I got diagnosed with IIH in June 2021. I was having severe headaches, blurred vision, nausea, and I did lumbar punctures. And in October 2021, I got a shunt placed. And then about 5 months later, my symptoms started to come back, and I had to get my shunt ligated. And then the symptoms started to get severe, got my shunt adjusted several times after that. And each time the shunt got adjusted, my symptoms got more severe and my vision got worse. Nothing was changing. Then I traveled to New York, where I met a intervention radiologist who saw stenosis on an MRV that I did, and he recommended venous sinus stenting. However, when I got to New York, my gradient pressure dropped, and the risk of stenting was too severe, and I couldn't get stented. Symptoms continued, was still severe, and it was just a roller coaster ride, back and forth. Nothing was changing. Headaches were still severe. was seeing the ophthalmologist. Each time I went to the ophthalmologist, my visual fields were worse than the ones that I did in Jamaica. Each visit I did in New York, they were worse than the previous one. And, I did a LP, and that was my first LP that I did, and the pressure was low. And I came back. Eventually, I had to come back to Jamaica. Financially, I couldn't afford it. And I came back. When I came back to Jamaica, my symptoms got worse. And I'm still experiencing the IIH symptoms, still have to be doing MRIs, scheduled to do MRIs and lumbar puncture just the same. And I'm still experiencing the symptoms, the severe headaches, blurred vision, nausea, daily aches and pain, you know. Um, it's been a journey, very challenging. Um, but we fight, we press on, Um, a lot of persons look at us, the outward appearance, say we don't look sick, but we fight. I don't know, sometimes I honestly don't know how I do it, but I thank God for the strength that He gives me to push on. I thank God for the person that He placed in my life, the support of friends, co-workers, family members, the whole IIH support team, you know, um, that, these are persons who help you to keep going, but it's a journey. It's more than just a diagnosis, and I'm praying one day that we can find a cure. We're hoping for a cure, that we can all get some relief.
Thank you, thank you, my darling Alicia. I'm singing your name, girl. You are such an inspiration. Even though I've been diagnosed with it as well, just watching someone like you being able to say, "Hey, I have it. I'm on this journey." Like I was saying earlier, you being able to actually post pictures of you actually, in the hospital. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know if I'm gonna post those pictures, but, but really showing
I
your
was scared
journey.
at first, but I
What
did
you
it. Yeah.
Yeah, but again, it's what she's going through, and she's still able to, be online with me and share. And I think that's commendable. And I also think it's, just showing that God is still merciful, God is still graceful, he's still showing favor, he's still doing what he said he's going to do. And a lot of times we don't realize, and I think about, hold on, I'm getting preachy. Think about, when Jesus healed the blind man, and sometimes we think that things happen to us because of maybe a past sin or we did something. If you really read deep about that blind man, he was born for a purpose, for God's
Yes.
glory. And I can clearly see, sometimes, this incident may be for God's glory. So you can say, you know what, I have this. This is my journey. However, I'm still giving God the glory. I'm still doing what I
Indeed.
need to do. I'm still working. You're at work now. Did you tell everybody she's at work,
Yes,
y'all?
I'm at work.
She's at work right now and
Yes, I'm
still
at work.
saying, hey, yes. She's still at work. In Jamaica. She's gonna have me come and visit her. But she's gonna pay for my plane ticket and everything. But no, I'm joking. You gonna do that, right? She's like, no, I ain't doing that. But again, yes, we always have to just think, just because we've been diagnosed with things and stuff, take it and like maybe this is for a reason, for God's glory. So when that time happens and God healed me, and I'm like, hey, wow, this is what she went through, and I have no one else to thank but God. I have no one else to give all the time. I'm still going to keep fighting. I'm not going to just throw in the towel and give up. So I just love you for that. So thank you
Definitely.
so much. And I love your platform. We
Thank you
were
so
hoping
much.
to get a few more of our warriors. What I want to do is I do want to shout out
You
some of
can
our
share the
fellow
video.
warriors online. Yes, please. We're going to do that in a few, but I do want to share some of our fellow warriors. I know Amy, definitely. I met her also last year. Hello, Amy. How
Hi,
are you?
Amy.
She actually was in the process. Are you still, let us know, were you still writing your book? I know last year when we talked to her, she said she was in the process of writing a book about her journey. Mary, nice to meet you as well. I see you in chat also. I think you know Alicia, but it's nice to meet you too. Thank you for joining us.
Hi,
I see
Mary.
my spiritual mama, Bishop Gina, in the hi, Bishop Gina. How are you? Anybody else, if you are here, please let us know you are joining us. Put something in chat. I know I see it's more people watching, but I don't know who it is. But we just want to know who you are before we leave today. Again, this is not going to be one of those long lives. We just want to do the kickoff, let you know what's going to happen. The rest of the Fridays next week and the next 2 Fridays after that, we're going to have more people come on, going to share their journey. We have giveaways. Y'all
Yes,
like
lots of
giveaways?
giveaways. Yes.
To let people know next Friday, the Friday after next, we have Dr. Linda Barnes as well. She's going to share her journey, powerhouse speaker, psychologist, and she has been diagnosed. I have my friend with the IIH Warrior founder, okay, the founder of IIH Warriors, Michelle Glick, is joining us as well. I'm going to try to grab Amy to get on here. April Normandy, I talked to her. She's going to come on. Power, another powerhouse. Actually, her story is really unique. Actually, she actually didn't get diagnosed until she was pregnant. Okay, and with her very unique story. All right, so I can't wait for you all to meet her, and we're gonna have some other surprise guests. So I'm just excited about the month.
Yes, we
We have a
are.
lot of awareness out there of other illnesses, other things that we bring, but we awareness, not putting any other of the other awareness is down, but this is what we're dealing with. This is our journey. This is what our story. So we're sharing with you all. Okay, we're gonna have some videos on what a spinal tap is, and different doctors and what they do, when you have to see your neurologist, when you have to see your ophthalmologist, all those things. So many questions. We are going to have an open discussion where we want to allow you actually to go and come on camera with us. Yes, we're gonna give you the link to come on into the studio, talk to us,
Yes.
have a live discussion, ask questions.
And
Anything
ask
else,
all the
Alicia?
questions. They are free to ask all the
Thank you.
questions.
Yes. So now we're going to wrap up. But before we go, I want you all to pay attention to your screen, to this young woman's journey. With you all again, please join us next Friday. Today was just a kickoff. I welcome you all to join us the rest of the month. Thank you so much, Alicia, Miss Robinson, the one and only, for sharing your platform with me and the rest
You
of
are
us who
welcome, and
are
thank you
bored.
too.
We appreciate you. You have spearheaded this. She said she didn't want to talk too much, but yeah, she's gonna talk. But again, thank you for sharing your platform with us. So we have another way to open our mouths and share our journeys as well. Again, everyone, here is our young lady who's going to talk to you about the fake tumor.
I know that title sounds like clickbait, but that is literally what the doctor told me, and it's actually pretty bad. I have a condition called Pseudotumor cerebri, which is basically all the symptoms of a brain tumor except, the brain tumor. It causes increased pressure in my skull, which gives me crippling headaches, and it worsens my vision. I know that sounds confusing, so let me try and explain it a little bit. Your skull is obviously a closed object. There isn't really much space for things there that don't belong. So if there was, say, something like a tumor there, that would move things around and make it a really tight fit in there. So that's similar to what's happening with me, except there's no tumor. The increased pressure causes problems like dizziness, headaches, vision loss, muscle weakness, fatigue, etc., etc., all of which are symptoms I am suffering from. Last month, I spent 3 weeks in and out of the hospital. I got a CT scan, an MRI scan, an MRV scan, a spinal tap, a blood patch, a week of bed rest, and so many IVs, I still sort of feel like a junkie. It's ridiculous. I had already been suffering for a few months, but it's safe to say that March was really hard on me. Since they can't find a tumor in my head, the best option to treat this is by reducing the spinal fluid in my brain. My neurologist, aka my brain doctor, was going to try this with medicine, but she says that my symptoms aren't actually as severe as most people who have this condition, which is relieving, but also sort of terrifying when you consider how destructive the symptoms I do have been to my daily life. The pressure is causing damage to my optic nerve, which could take away the vision in my right eye permanently or even blind me if we can't get it under control. I've actually lost quite a bit of vision in that eye over the past few months, and I have to get fitted for glasses on Wednesday, so it's pretty scary. Treatment-wise, we're going to try pain medication for my really bad headaches, vitamins B2 and magnesium for preventing them, and physical therapy and weight loss. Weight loss can sometimes alleviate some of the symptoms, and I'd already lost 15 pounds and was exercising regularly before I developed this condition. So I'm a bit relieved to know that continuing on that path could potentially be a treatment in itself. So I only have about 20 to 30 pounds to lose, so I'm just going to make that a priority. I had to withdraw from school and quit my job, which was really demotivating. Not gonna lie. But I'm going back to school on Monday. I'm really excited about that, even though I'm not fully better. I filed disability accommodations for my headaches and a financial aid suspension appeal because they put me on hold because I left last semester. But I feel that this definitely qualifies under unusual and extraordinary circumstances, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I am scared to go back to school without being 100%. But I know that I'm making positive steps towards being better. It would be harder for me to feel like I'm improving if I wasn't working towards something. So even though it's going to be hard, I know that it's going to be worth it in the long run. It isn't a brain tumor, so there's that. And there are ways to treat it, even if they take time. It's just going to be something I'm going to have to overcome, something to work through. I'm looking at this like a good story. The main character in my novel also had to deal with a pretty severe illness to become a better, stronger person. So maybe I'm taking my writing research a little too seriously, but at least I'll be writing from a place of truth and experience when I tell her story. There's always a next chapter. This is a point of conflict in my own story, but I have solid motivation and you guys are an excellent supporting cast, so I know that I can get better if I just keep turning the pages, so to speak. I'll see you really soon. I'm sorry I've been absent, and I'm sorry for not being very put together today, but I feel like I have a pretty reasonable excuse. I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh my god, this camera's too good.